Attitude and behavior began to slowly change with the help of Aisha's iron fist. She was teaching me things I had forgotten I known, all the things that my mother had taught me that developed love in me, and it helped me to show other people love. Usual tasting of the flesh at this early stage in a relationship was a must, but it was not even a thought with Aisha. I found her beyond attractive. My lustful urge was contained so much that I felt that she had feelings for me, and somehow I had feelings for her. She helped me to express my inner emotions verbally as we physically showed each other how we felt, but it was much different. Aisha showed me love, true love, and even though I felt it, I wasn't always able to say it. It didn't come out my heart effectively, but she understood and she was willing to be patient with me. The days with Aisha seemingly to be endless. They seemed like they could never come to an end. Then it happened. The demon rose once again. There came a weekend when my love, she left me alone and visited her family out of town. And my demonic squad finally caught up with me after 3 months of avoidance. The haze once again filled my surroundings as the four of us ventured out into the underworld in search of those who were like us. The Red Door was a popular gambling spot in Harlem that had not been robbed yet because of its frequency that we posed. On this night, Kudo and I held down the CeeLo table. That's when I felt it. It first started out to be a warm sensation through my body, and then it began to make me sweat. In addition to making my stomach feel like it was doing flips, there was something like a small rumble in my gut, and slowly I felt the hate begin to fill me. It was directed at the people who were winning. The people had more than I had. The official balling cats with their women. Why don't they get to have all this time? That's what the voice said. Why are they winning more than we are? That's what the voice shouted. Then visions of me and my clique relieving them of what separated us filled my mind. Yet they were different. This time they were more horrid, more pain ridden. We didn't just want what they had anymore. We wanted them to pay for not being me. We wanted to inflict bodily harm and smell the stench of blood as it flowed. I doused my fear with a heavy dose of the haze, and because the beast seemed to be out of his normal control of his realms, I followed its orders. In actuality, he was only becoming stronger. Therefore, his hunger became more intense. I thought the beast had gone. No, it was only metamorphosizing. We were advancing, turning into something I would truly fear. Later, into the wee hours of the night, I was on the Major Deacon Dolo, hazing, filling my mind with a heavy dose of MOP. The demon needed to reach out, so we dialed the first number that came to my mind. Yo, this is K. Hey, what's up? Yo, you sleeping? No, not really. Word? What's the deal? Chilling? Working? Long time no hear from. Yeah, shit's been hectic. For 7 months, K? Yeah, I said shit's been hectic. It's been bad. So bad that you couldn't call and let me know that you were alright? Didn't I just say shit was bad? You could have called me, nigga. I would have helped you, K. Yo, listen, I ain't called to talk about some past bullshit. So why the fuck did you call? Trying to come through. For what? To let you know I'm alright and chill. How you know if I want to know if you're alright? Cause it's 3 in the morning and you talking to me. Matter of fact, you got trees in the crib? Yeah, why? Cause I'm on my way. Have something rolled up. Kinda hungry too. You got time for that? Yeah. And with that, we hung up. A power kick. She hadn't heard from me for over 6 months, and yet I called in the middle of the night, and she allowed me to move back into her life without a second thought. How many of us have done this? How many of us have allowed something like this to happen? As the night gave way to day, Vanessa and I filled the bedroom with a lustful energy that drained her and empowered my demon. We violated the sanctity of what Aisha and I had found, and I desecrated the spirit of a nurturing relationship. The demon was so strong, he needed little to rest. The haze had a hateful energy that was fuel, a fear unlike one I had ever felt before, and I was afraid of the destruction that the demon would cause. I knew he would once again rid me of all the love I had in my life. At once, he only pushed it away, but now, his new power, I felt it would hurt everyone, and that I couldn't stand. When my love returned from her trip, she received a letter from the one who had given her happiness. Dear Aisha, in the past 3 months, you have reintroduced me to a world I have not experienced in a long time, and I liked it. But right now, the life I'm leading doesn't leave room for what you need from me. So rather than have you hate me and end up with us in some kind of tumultuous situation, I gotta step away. I ask that you save a place in your heart for me so I can once again give you the smile that you love. Please forgive the insensitiveness that I've shown by not saying this in person, but I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough to look into your eyes and hurt you this way. My feelings for you are too strong, and it's going to make me make decisions that are going to get us both caught up. But just know that I still love you. The demon's reign of terror began with heists almost twice a week. My demon and my squad were on a rampage. We were on a fast track to hell with no brakes, and we didn't care. The demon helped everyone who crossed his path to find and feed the beast within themselves. We ravaged our community until we finally found a place for our demons to go to the next level. Kudo sat in my living room telling me about a weed stash spot in Queens that would be easy to take down. He knew one of the dreads that was working there, and if we paid him, he'd be our inside man. It took 3 days to set the job up, and only an hour to make the move. My four-man clique approached the house in full Jux garb, black on black with masks to match and heat exposed. Me and Kudo, we went right through the front door. Heck, and Benny came through the back. Before we knew it, Ku had checked it. He was making sure that the three people were inside. The dreads information was correct. As always, simultaneously entry was perfect because synchronized watches made it so. And like so many of our heists and our victims were off point. We caught the dreads blazing big L's and watching soccer. I was the first to address them, ordered that, and they all followed direction. Standard procedure. We used to use the steel to beat them into submission, but for the first time, the demon put one in the leg of the dread who was watching and talking too much shit, and then he screamed and blood ran from his body. I stood frozen, not at the sight of his blood, but amazed at how easy it was to shoot him. The demon too was amazed, but worst of all, he liked the reaction that he got from the other dreads. Our inside man wasted no time showing Benny and Heck where the stash was, and just when we thought it was almost over, I was drawn to the window to make sure everything was clear. That's when I saw 4 unmarked police cars in front of the house. 2 were empty, and the occupants of the other 2 were getting out. Kuda was notified, and in a blink of an eye, shots began to erupt. I don't remember who let the first shot off, but I remember that they came in a barrage. The demon and Kudo held the police off with ease, and with as much heart as a stupid-ass Jesse James and Billy the Kid type action. Kudo stood by my side as we riddled the cars with our gunpowder-propelled death pellets. Then I looked over at the demon that I had ran with for 3 years, and his eyes had a blank stare. The fire that once filled both of our eyes had slipped from his, and his body fell to the floor lifeless like a doll that had been thrown to the side. My first impression was death had finally come to us, and it was coming not from just outside, but inside as well. Then I remembered the hate that was also behind us. I turned, and the healthy dread helped me to see how many of our victims had seen the same thing. I was looking down the barrel of someone else's tool of destruction. The first shots didn't register in my mind because the loss of my demonic friend, but the sound of bullets zipping by my head, they quickly revised me. The dread wasn't a good shot, and our slugs entered his body before exploding in his again in his chest. The demon's energy level had long surpassed what I'd known him to possess. In only seconds, he had risen among the ranks of demonic world and became a true prince of darkness. He had taken a life. We were the cause of death. Now we were truly evil. Let's get out, I thought. We exited through the back door, leaving our partner in crime behind with nobody else to follow but the two detectives. The gun was tossed and lost in the escape. We hopped the gate, hurdled the bush, and we almost got away. But few have ever escaped the ghetto bird's spotlight, and I wasn't one of them. My life was about to change again, and I had no idea how serious it was. Next stop, Gladiator School.